Hello, my criminal justice enthusiasts, and welcome back to Prison Architect. In the last episode, we were tasked with basically rebuilding the prison where we started the game, where we started with having our execution chamber and such. And we're going to go ahead and continue that by finishing out planning for our first jail cells as well as our kitchen and canteen area, so that way we can start getting prisoners in and start making money. Alright, so I know that I'm going to need some space up here for my kitchen. This is where I'm going to put the kitchen. So I know that the stoves are going to be two across, and I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and do six with them. And then I'll have the fridges, or I'll have fridges and then two things of stoves, something of that nature. All right, then one, maybe two more here. And the reason I chose six is because then I can have some sinks here as well, and the sinks will fit properly into the room. Alright, so I need to leave a little bit of room here at the front so that people can walk along these hallways I've made. Maybe I'll actually even give them one more row, and we won't actually butt everything up against the wall here like I have it right now. Alright, so it'll be something like this. Then we will have the canteen out here. I believe it's four for the uh, serving areas. We might do something like one there and one there. Then I could actually fit one there, but we're not going to do that. Actually, we'll go ahead and take it once again so it's not against the wall or almost out into the hallway that we're going to have. And we'll do them like that. And we'll put two more here. So our entrance or exit out of the kitchen will be right there. Then we're going to go ahead and have our seating areas, which are, I believe, four as well. We'll do them like this. Alright. And we'll do several seating areas in here. This is not the way I usually design. I usually like to have one cafeteria area at the front of each jail area, but I think I may need to build this one just a bit bigger and have more jail cells down here. I'll have to see as time goes on. But for right now, we're going to start out with that. I think that that's reasonable. It at least gives me something here as far as a kitchen area and such. And again, we're going to go ahead and have a hallway here into it that's nice and wide. And actually, before I put that wall up, for right now, we're going to do it just like that. We're going to go ahead and put in some weight benches in this back area here, as well as, I believe, pool tables like that. So we've got that going on. And then back here also, we're going to go ahead and have some telephones for them to use. Because I found if you've put all of this stuff into the kitchen area, then the prisoners are happier and they don't cause nearly as many problems. And you know what? I might make those into prayer mats there, and then we might just do some telephones along the wall here. Alright. So something of that nature. That'll be a good start for us. We know that we need the concrete for these areas here as well as the concrete over here. So we're going to stick with the brick foundation since that is what's being currently used for our execution chamber. So we're going to stick with brick here. We're going to leave auto lights on for right now. We know we're going to need two offices, so we will lay some concrete here as well. Then we know we're going to need this monstrosity, so we will build that as well. We know we will need this area here. And now that I can see where my money is, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and extend the concrete to go here, 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 so they actually have the hallway as part of what's going on. Don't need the hallway to go all the way down there, but I do need this one to go all the way down here so that it goes ahead and connects to our, I don't know what you would call this, utility room. Maybe that would be a good name for it. I don't know. We'll go ahead and build this out a little bit here. And then we will go ahead and put in some doors here. So this is going to need a staff door here. For right now, it should not have any doors necessary anywhere there. We know that we're going to need some doors to the two offices here and here. Don't need any doors there. And we're going to need a large jail door here to get into the entire facility. And then we'll need a small jail door here to get into the little holding cell that we will have for right now. Let's go ahead and get those things built, and then we'll go ahead and see about building the other things afterwards. So let's go ahead and have them start working on these foundations. Especially early on in any prison architect building, I really find that it's important to try to get through some of these grants so you can make the money that they will give you. With that being said as well, okay, I have 12 workmen, so I have a decent amount of workmen. I have foremen. I have multiple foremen evidently are hired here. Well, I can have them hired. And I have a chief already, so I don't need to research those people, so that's a good thing. And I wonder if I can also task them with starting to build the walls for this. Now this I want to make, no, I can't have them do that yet. This I want to not be the most pleasant of areas, so I'm going to just have this be a concrete little building here. And then we're going to go ahead and also have them build this wall here to that point. And then we're just, for right now, since we don't have a lot of money, but we need to secure the prison, we're going to put a giant fence along the exterior of the facility. It is definitely not the safest structure in comparison to some of the others, but we're also only planning on getting minimum security in for right now, so they're not exactly the most hardened criminals. We don't have to worry as much about them as I would if I was getting death row inmates in or anything of that nature. So while they're at this, they can go ahead and place my uh, power station, and they can place my uh, water pump station. So those two are taken care of. They cost me a decent amount of money, but I will need them. And while it's all going on, I can go ahead and connect up to these things here. So I forgot how I did the plumbing the last time, but we'll go with this. And then we'll go ahead and connect this to the main hallway. And then in the end, the wall is going to be there. Actually, build that like that. Have it come along here into the room and attach to that power station. Same thing for the actual power station here. We will run these pipes in the exact same location and over to connect to the electric chair as well as down here. All right. Alright, so they've built my little room here. That's worked out nicely. They've gotten some of these things moved where I want them to, so that's going well. We will need to run a power line down here as well. Alright, sometimes in the power screen it's awfully hard to tell where you are exactly. Alright, so I know I need the power coming like this. Alright, that should connect up there. And then before we build these walls, we'll go ahead and connect the power into there, which should take care of that inner room as well. And hopefully if I run the power there, we should be good there. Now, as the prison grows in size, I will probably have to deconnect some of this stuff from this power because it'll just be too much of a strain on the system, and I'll need to build a separate uh, power cell here. Probably what I'll disconnect from this one will be the power that runs down in this direction. And the more I look at it, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that now. The water needs to run down there. I don't have a choice about that. But I don't need the power to the death chamber right now. I don't even have the ability to electrocute anybody yet. So I'm going to go ahead and not use up power from this because I know that I will need that power in the future here. Alright, so they have this building, it looks like, almost completed. Bit more work still to do. Are they also working on the fence and such? Well, they've started to build out this wall, which is a good thing. And to make time to get through a bit faster for right now, I'm just going to put a work door right there. And a staff door right there as well. That way it'll be secure as far as with prisoners, but for actual criminals, they won't be able to get through. And same thing here for right now. They've got this trash and stuff that they need to take care of. Let's go ahead and put a door there and a door up here. All right. So a lot of places have been put in now. Let's go ahead and tell them that I will need some concrete walls here, 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 and here. I will also need bunk beds here and here. I will need a shower head right here with a drain underneath it. Evidently, for some reason, it doesn't want to put that drain in right now. Not exactly sure why, but we'll leave it for right now. And then we will go ahead and, let's see, oh, still need a toilet here. They're still working on the two offices. The offices look like they've just come online for the most part. Now I need to get rid of some of this planning here so I can more easily see what I'm doing. Alright, so we're going to put in brick walls here, 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 and then staff doors have already been installed, it looks like. So let's go ahead and name these rooms to offices. We will actually need a light in them because it does not look like they actually... they do have a light in them. It's just a very oddly placed light. This is why normally in the game I go ahead and put my own lights in. But being that this is just the final chapter. I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and have it where his filing cabinet is maybe over here, an office desk right here, an office chair right there. That'll take care of his office. Then we can get the warden in, and once we get the warden in, we can research the accountant, as well as copy and paste over that office room to make hers. Okay, so these people are doing a half decent job right now of getting things done. I know I've given them a lot of tasks to do, and there's not too many of them, so I understand why it's taking them a little bit of time. You know, while I don't have the money really right now, I'm going to put 3 more guys on the job because I really want to get this stuff done as quickly as possible, including I'm going to prioritize this wall and the desk and filing cabinet. So hopefully they will get that stuff done fairly quickly. And also I would like to prioritize getting both power and water in here so we can start lighting up these areas. Now, while in theory this is a wall here, I'm not going to build it right now, allowing flow through this area a bit more. Um, Same now that I'm looking at these, while prayer mats in here is a neat idea, maybe I'm not going to put them in here. I don't know. We'll see about that. I do want to put some phones in, so maybe I'll put some phones in some prayer mats. I'll have to see how that goes. And also here again, I'm not sure right now. I'm too concerned about extra concrete needs in those areas. Just is going to cost me money that I really don't have right now. So I'm going to not worry about it. I am going to go ahead and spend the money though to put some tables up here at the front of this area because this is going to be labeled as reception. If I could find it. Common room, chapel, parole, reception. All right, there we go. All right, so that area is reception. It needs an office desk, a table, and a chair. So we'll have the table on the one side, and then maybe we'll do an office desk like here. Why does it not allow me to? Oh, because I had already said to put a table there. Well, I changed my mind. I don't want the table there anymore. All right. So instead here, we are going to put the office desk here. So that way when people come in, it makes it a little bit of a narrow area. You know what? If I put it here, it makes it a little bit better. All right, so we're going to put that there, and we need a chair. And I'm going to give them the nice cushy office chair. Hopefully that will take care of that situation there. And then we are going to name some other things here. We are going to name this as a holding cell. Is this not big enough as a holding cell? It is 4x4. It had to be 5x5. Great. Well, for right now, we're just going to cheat, and then I will just demolish this area. So, what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and, for one, I believe I can name this area of the holding cell. So that takes care of one of the directions for it. I the same time, we're going to go ahead and demolish some walls here. Demolish that wall. We're just going to build outwards. And if I have to, if it doesn't like this here, then I'll demolish this wall and build outwards as well. But for now, let's go ahead and see. All right, we've got these things here. Utilities. Let's go ahead and connect the water so that's doing something. Then they have more power lines definitely that they need to be running. Just so many things to be doing here at opening this prison. All right. So this office is officially set up. We can go ahead and get our warden in there. He's going to cost us $1,000, and then we can go ahead and research finance so we can hire an accountant. All right. And while we are doing that, we're going to go ahead and quick build and take everything that's in this office and copy it right over there. So that way they get that office set up and we can put the accountant into that office, because then we will have officially built 2 offices and we will have done the other task to get this $5,000 to bolster our money some. And especially at the beginning, that's all that matters, is bolstering that money so that you have all the areas you're required to have and you have money in order to actually properly fit these areas out. All right. We're going to have this labeled as shower here. And we're going to put a drain in here. All right, so now we need to build this wall on this room outward some. Hopefully by doing that, the room will be big enough now. You know, just to ensure that it is, I'm going to demolish these walls. We'll just have this random toilet here, and we're going to name this area holding cell. Now, how much of this do I actually need? So I need that to be named holding cell. So if I take out, well, privacy just got compromised here in search of a large enough holding cell. People can be unhappy about it, but that's the cell they're getting. And hopefully once they build those walls, then that will take care of that issue. Alright, so the kitchen, we know we're going to need some objects in. We know we're going to need at least a refrigerator. We know we're going to need some cookers. We know that I should have spaced them as I had said I was going to space them, but I forget these kind of things. Alright, so let's go ahead and do something like that for right now. No. Let's have the cookers being here, and then we'll have fridges here. Alright, then we will have sinks along this wall. We will have a trash can here as well. And also remove some of these planning lines so that way it's easier to see this stuff. Alright, so that's good there. Then we need to name this room the canteen. Have all that being canteen. Then we will need some serving tables. How did this opening get off-centered so much? Oh well, for right now it's good enough. As I said, this is not the final prison that I would be building, so we're just going to go ahead and make it good enough to get achievements done of the 100 prisoners. Maybe we'll execute somebody. Never know. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put in some weight benches here. These are only one spot. Alright, so that changes things dramatically. Was I right about the pool table at least? Was it 2 by 3? Yes, it was 2 by 3. Alright, so if that is the case, then I could do prayer mats here and still do phones here. But I am out of money. I'm actually going to have to wait for some of this money to come in so that way I can hire this accountant. Oh, actually, nope, I do have to hire an accountant. She's going to cost me $1,000. If I cancel the pool table, would that help at all? Probably not. Alright, so they're getting the work done. A lot of this work needs to be done anyways. How is it that this wall did not get connected here? Can I at least afford this wall to finish this up? Yes, I can afford that wall to finish that. Alright, let's go ahead and speed up time so I can afford the accountant that I'm going to need here. And actually, I think I'm going to be able to get that other grant taken care of here. Let's see. Holding cell. It needs a bench. Okay, well, you know what? I have those. That I'm not lacking on. So let's take this bench that you had planned on putting over there. Change of plans. You're not putting it over there. We're going to take that bench that you have. We're going to put it right there. Why did you buy a new... Oh, this is a small bench. Fine, whatever. It cost me only 20 bucks. So that will take care of that. Enclosed by walls and doors. It is enclosed by walls and doors. Is this not acceptable here? Evidently it wants a different room for the shower. Fine. We will just move that out of there for right now. I will find a new room to put a shower in. You know, for right now, I think I can afford a shower head. We're just going to call this room, because I need this grant to come through. Where is shower? Shower. Alright. So it's not an office, it's a shower. And it requires a shower head. So, let's go ahead and give it what it needs. We'll put a shower head right in here. Maybe I'll even leave it for the accountant. You know, I mean, then she can have a shower when she wants in her office. Be special that way. Alright, so we need a shower room. We need a holding cell. Why is this still not a holding cell? Oh, we're still waiting on the bench. Somebody install that bench. Alright, once they install that bench, that holding cell, as ugly as it is, will count. We have a holding cell, we will have a shower, we need a yard, we need to hire at least 2 guards, and we need to hire at least 2 cooks. Great, things I cannot afford right now. So either way of doing it is not going to fix my problem right now. I need more money. Which one of the things I can do for some more money is dismantle these trees. I have these workers, they can dismantle trees, and that will be sold off for money, which can get me the things I need. Which the easier one to get right now is the build 2 offices. So for right now, we are going to change this back to being an office. We're going to leave the shower head in there. Uh, because at a point it will go back to being a shower probably when we get to that point at that grant. Alright, so we have 2 offices. We just need to hire an accountant, which we cannot afford. Unless for some reason they're allowing me to afford her. Nope, will not allow me to because I don't have that $1,000. So hopefully it'll let me sell this wood and I can make that money. No, I'm not allowed to sell the wood evidently, probably because of the fact that I don't have an accountant. So for right now, I am stuck waiting on money to come in. It is the only thing I can do. Actually, that's not true. I could fill to capacity, can't I? Or take in a few prisoners. They're going to have a horrible life inside this prison, but in theory, most of the things they need are here. I mean, it's not exactly terrible. Why did you guys not connect the power right there? That doesn't even make sense to me. Alright, so we have water. It's running over here, so that's good. But we're going to need it to run over here. You might as well hook up the power in this place as well. Alright, so we'll have 4 minimum security coming in about 8 hours, which will also give us that money that we need. Now, we don't have security guards or anything for this, so this is sketchy to say the very least. But we can make this work. What I will go ahead and do, I'm going to need these guards first. So I will hire that guard. And this will again become, for right now, a shower. Because I'm going to be able to complete this grant first. I have all the rooms pretty much built other than a yard. Which, what do I need for a yard? It needs to be 5 by 5. Alright. Well, for right now, we're just going to call this area a yard. Good enough. Alright, we've gotten our prisoners in. We've made some money. Let's go ahead and name this area a yard for right now. Make it easy to find. So that's taken care of. So now we need to hire 2 guards and 2 cooks. Hire another guard and then 2 cooks. Alright, so that grant is now done. We have money. We're not as broke anymore, which is good. Let's go back to fill to capacity. Let's go get another grant. Alright, so we're actually going to want this soon enough as it is. And it does give us 10,000 in advance. So we will get that. This is no longer going to be named as a shower. Alright. We will hire the accountant. Put her in there. Name this as an office like it is actually supposed to be. I know I need to run, let's see here. I always forget. There we go. There's office. Alright. With that also being an office now, let's go ahead and take this shower head out before somebody decides it's a good idea to use this thing. We're also going to build this concrete wall back here, back there, back there. And then we can leave the bench in there. I don't mind that at all. We also need to run some plumbing down here, both for the kitchen and for that shower and toilet, because otherwise I'm going to have a major mess on my hand, and I do not have janitors yet. So I want all of that plumbing done. Go like that and like that. So that'll take care of that issue. So we'll go ahead and have our workers doing all that work. We have the prisoner maintenance one. We need to feed all the prisoners. We do have cooks here working, so they will be able to feed our prisoners. We will not be starving prisoners. And if my voice sounds like I am surprised about that, I am surprised about that. Really, I thought I would be starving people to begin with here. So the fact that I'm not, I'm pretty well pleased with. All right. Things aren't exactly as they should be, but they're better than I had expected. All right, so we can also get another grant because we did complete that other one. So let's see. Build a medical ward, hire doctors, hire a psychologist. We will need those things, so we probably will do that here fairly soon. And we can do cell block A. You know, cell block A is going to make us more money, so we will get that one first. But I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. Hopefully in the next episode, I will start actually making real cells so these people aren't just stuck in this horrible little device that I've built for them. That way they won't be too angry. And we will go ahead and start expanding the prison. We'll get some parole rooms in here as well. And we'll really start actually getting prisoners in so that they can start serving their sentences. We can be making a profit. And we can be working towards this goal of getting the 100 prisoners in here that we need. So, with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you know when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and remember, behave yourselves out there. Otherwise, I may have to create a new cell for you.